All right, fellas, coming at you with another video. We're gonna swap out these fuses right here. Now these fuses work with the switch, with the battery, with the alternator, with the starter. So I've swapped out the alternator, I've swapped out the switch, and now I'm swapping out these fuses. Remember, all these things work together. So if you're having any kind of electrical issue, just start from there. Your batteries, your switch, and then your fuses, these fuses, and then you go to your alternator and your starter. And one of them things is gonna be it. What you want to do is just make sure everything is tight. Everything is tight. The majority of the times, what happens to that switch, the nuts in the back get loose, and then you start having electrical problems where your truck is turning off and it's sending you some weird codes. But whenever you swap out the alternator starter, this is what you want to do. You also want to keep your eye on these fuses. You want to swap these fuses out because this is all electrical crap, and we all know that these trucks, they work off of computers, sensors, fuses. So make sure you swap these out. I swap these out at least every 2 years. Got these from AutoZone. I do not go to Freightliner because at Freightliner they're too expensive. AutoZone, I think they're like $3.50, $4, something like that. So make sure you swap these out when you get a chance. They're not hard to put on. They're not hard to take off. All it is just these two nuts right here. These two nuts. Then you got some washers. And then you're going to pull on this cable. And that's it. I'm going to take this one off. And then I'll show you guys how it's done. You need a half socket to take them off. Just keep that in mind, fellas. Whenever you have electrical problems, just go with that. Alternator. Check your alternator. Make sure everything's nice and tight. Your starter. Don't yank on anything on your starter because it's pretty hot down there, so everything's fragile. So you do not want to yank on anything down there. And the switch, the battery switch, just make sure that the back of it is connected. So here we go. We just take out this cable. I'm going to take out this cable off the top screw like that, and then take out the fuse. And there's the fuse. There's your fuse right there. And then you grab your new fuse. Here's your new fuse. And you just put it on. Put it on, and then you put your cable back on. Don't forget the washers. And again, I can't stress this enough. Make sure you take pictures, even though this looks elementary. For some of us, it's not. So my best advice, before you take anything off, take pictures. Not just one, a few pictures. Again, it's a 1/2-inch socket. And that's it, fellas. This is all part of electrical. Again, since I swapped out my alternator and my battery switch, I figured these fuses need to be swapped out as well. So I've already swapped out 2 of them. These 2, all I need is that middle one. And again, just make sure everything's nice and tight as far as your batteries. Make sure all these are tight. All this, your cables and everything, just kind of snug on them. pull on them just a little bit and make sure everything is tight, because the truck does rattle a lot when you're driving it, and stuff does come loose. So once in a while, just make sure everything's nice and tight. You know, when you get a chance. I know we don't have too much time to play with, but you wanna pay attention to that. All right, fellas. Well, I hope I was able to help somebody out. Have a good day, and we'll see you guys on our next video.